Now, as you'd expect from a top-end phone like the Titan, it comes loaded with plenty of different apps. First up, you've got HTC's Watch here, which basically allows you to rent and download videos and movies. Unfortunately, for some reason on our handset, we only seem to get these 8 movie trailers that we can just watch. And you see if we just flick across, we just keep getting the same trailers. I mean, I tried it out and it worked perfectly fine and the quality was really good, but we can't buy anything. And we can't actually stream a whole movie either. There's only these 8 trailers and nothing more here in the UK on this particular handset. But the idea is that you should be able to download and rent movies and TV shows. So hopefully that'll be fixed soon. We've got the photo enhancer, which basically allows you to choose a picture from any of your camera roll or any pictures that are already on the phone. So if we just take, for example, this one of the cat, you can see we can just apply basically different different effects to the photo. Then once we're done, we can just click save and it will save a copy of that in a save pictures folder. It takes a little while to save though, not sure why it takes so long, but there you go, it's finally saved. Moving on, we've got the Xbox Live app here, and you can see it gives us the opportunity to download some games to play on the phone. You can also see my avatar there from my Xbox Live account on my actual Xbox. And you can just tap my avatar just to make him animate. It keeps doing the same thing. See if you do something else. Very nice. And of course it gives you things like your gamer tag and your gamer points as well. So if we just move across, you can see we've got any friend requests there. We've also got things like Spotlight, Hot Apps, Deals of the Week and various other different things here. And again, back to the games that you can actually buy. So it's a pretty neat little application. Nice that you can actually import your actual Xbox Live account into this as well, which is quite nice. And in future, there's supposed to be another Xbox Live app coming out that allows you to control your Xbox as well. That isn't currently available. If we just tap on the calendar tile, you can see we get the full calendar open up, and we can look at the day, look at agenda and see what's coming up, look at our to-do list. We can do things like view the whole month as well, to see if we've got anything on, and then just quickly skip to a different date. Again, it's a very basic calendar, just black and white, but it does everything you need it to do, so there's very little to complain about. Just hop back to the home screen here, see what else we've got. We've got music and videos and pictures. Let's start with pictures. Basically, we can just go into our camera roll to see the photos we've taken, flick between all of our photos, even look at them in landscape mode if we wish, and even play back videos as well if we've got any there. You can see, so it's all very quick and very slick on the Titan. Going back further again, we've got music and videos. It's basically quite a basic music player again. You can see we can search by artist, albums, songs or playlists. It's quite a nice, also genres, sorry. It's quite a nice way to view music though, just being able to swipe through. And for example, we can see all the album art here, which is quite nice. So if we just swipe down, you can see got all the cover art for the different albums. And then from there we can literally just hit one to go in and play. That quick. And we can go back to the main screen and carry on with what we were doing. We can turn off the display, and then we even get this little player here so we can switch through, listen to different songs, adjust the volume with the volume rocker on the side, you can see at the top there, and then just unlock to go back to the player if we want to actually have a look at the album art again. So it's all very easy to use, very quick, very nice looking. If we just go back into there, we can pause the music. There's a sound enhancer on here as well. I mean, you can do things like shuffle and repeat songs as well, just with various different buttons are on the screen there. But to use the sound enhancer, you've actually got to go into this menu system here, go into settings, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there you go, you've got a sound enhancer. So for me it's a bit long-winded. You can add SRS enhancement once you're in there, or if you've got a set of headphones attached, you can actually use a sort of an equalizer, which basically gives you various different preset sounds to choose from. But it seems a bit of a long-winded way to go to just, apply a different sound to your music. You'd expect there to be some sort of shortcut from the player itself. But as I say, once you're in the player, you can actually just control it quite easily in here. You can do things like repeat or shuffle, and you've got all the information about the song and the artist there as well. You can even sort of favourite the music there by hitting the little heart, which is quite neat. Okay, so I'm just going to hop around the back and show you some of the hardware a bit more, starting with this 8 megapixel camera on the HTC Titan. HTC have improved the camera a lot this time round. They've given it backside illumination and an f2.2 lens to help improve the low light photography. It's still not anything that would worry a point and shoot camera, but it's certainly better than HTC's previous efforts and better than many cameras that you'll find on phones these days. We've also got this dual LED flash to the left and this speakerphone grille to the right. The HTC logo is just sort of engraved there rather than having the usual chrome badges stuck in, which I quite like. And then you've got the Windows Phone logo down the bottom. At the top of the phone you've got the 3.5mm headphone port and the button for powering on and off the display. On the side here we've got the volume rocker and a dedicated camera shutter button. On the other side we've got the micro USB port for charging and data. And on the bottom we've got the microphone pinhole and this little button for just removing the rear cover. So if we just quickly press the, just open and lock the phone there, if we press and hold the camera shutter button, you can see it actually opens up the camera, and we can press it a little bit to focus the camera. You may or may not be able to see the little white box that's come up around that phone there, just to say that it's focused. Then we can press it the whole way just to take a photo. It does actually usually have sounds, but I've turned them off just because I prefer it that way. And then from there it just puts us straight back in the viewfinder so we can take another photo, or we can just flip across the display here to see the last image that we took and zoom on it or whatever we need to do just to check that it's okay. And then we can just switch back across to the camera and carry on shooting more photos. From here we can also zoom digitally in and out of the photo, and we can adjust various settings here, things like scenes and effects. Got panorama and burst mode, change up the resolution, the white balance and brightness and things. So all the usual settings you would expect, including face detection, which is quite nice. Although there's no sort of self-timer, which is a bit of a shame, but you do get these quick access to the flash options here as well. Then we can just tap back over here just to go back to the viewfinder and carry on. There's also this button here which will just flip to the forward-facing 1.3 megapixel camera here. So there I am behind the camera. That's just obviously for self-portraits or whatever when you're out and about. And then we've got another button here which is to switch to video mode. Now the Titan's camera can record video in 720p resolution. It doesn't do 1080 unfortunately, but still 720p video does look pretty decent. And you can see it also records sound in stereo as well and offers continual focus, which is very good for a mobile phone video cam. Again, there's a few different settings you can adjust, such as contrast and saturation as well, and you can turn the flash on to be used as a video light if you wish. Right, so moving on, we've got the connected media app here, which basically allows us to stream photos and music and videos to a compatible device via Wi-Fi, such as a TV or something. Then we've got HTC's Locations app, which basically is quite like the Footprints app you get on HTC's Android devices. Basically uses the camera. You can go and take a photo of a famous place or anywhere you like, and it'll sort of append the address and the coordinates of that place to the photo and allow you to save it and show it on a map, as you can see there. What else have we got? Let's see, we've also got the Notes app, which basically allows us to put sort of yellow post-it notes on a board here just to remind ourselves of different things, and we can grab them and move them around or pile them all on top of each other. You can also select and edit the message, or you can delete it altogether. Just add a new one here. You can see you just get the usual keyboard that you get when writing an SMS message or an email. And then if we need to see that a bit easier, because you see it's quite difficult to see these messages, especially when you've got loads of them piled up, you can just swipe across the display to give you this view, which basically just lists all the notes and allows you to read them a lot easier than you might be able to on the board. It also gives you the time and date they were made as well, which is quite handy. Whilst we're in this app, I'll show you the multitasking that Windows Mobile 7.5 Mango gives us. You can see we've got various different things open here. I'll just open up a few more bits and pieces while we're at it actually. Go for a third-party app for Facebook as well. Come out of that and maybe go for a bit of Twitter action. And then we can press and hold again, and we can see we've got Twitter open. It's still loading up, so it's not actually showing. Facebook, Notes, and our Locations app all open there. We can easily switch between them, so let's just switch to Twitter and allow that to load up. And then we can switch back out of that and go back to Locations, for example. So again, all very fluid, very easy, no lagging or anything. And then we can just close any of the open applications just by hitting the back key, as you see here. And now when we hold the key, we've just got the one open, the main home screen. Wrapping up the spec list on the HTC Titan, got a couple more things at the bottom. Well, we haven't got Google Maps, we do have Bing Maps, obviously because it's a Microsoft device. And it allows us the same sort of satellite view as Google Maps, you can see here. And we can also get written directions, but it doesn't offer the same turn-by-turn navigation that you could get from Google Maps or standard sat-nav, which is a little bit of a shame. But what you do get with the Windows Phone 7 handsets is Office Mobile. So basically you can get, as you can see here, we've got Excel, Word and PowerPoint all on the handset and allow us to edit and create new documents and read Excel documents and Word and PowerPoint documents that we get sent via email, which is pretty nice. You've got things like Office 365 and that as well, and you can save to your SkyDrive and stuff too. So overall it's a pretty decent app and very handy to have if you use Microsoft Office a lot. But anyway, this is a review from Russ Jeffers from mobileburn.com. This is the new HTC Titan Windows Phone 7 7.5 Mango smartphone. The review will be up on the website very shortly as well, so please check that out on mobileburn.com. Thanks for watching.